so we're here with Miss Morgan. She's going to give us a little insight into what you do here at Child Help. What's your title?
I'm a victim advocate.
Victim advocate, okay. And you've worked here for 3 years, correct?
That's correct.
Great. That's a pretty long time to be with a company, at least these days. So how close is your department in relation to working with the children and the families?
So for my role as a victim advocate, I work very closely with the families. So upon their arrival to our center, I meet with them, and I first start with explaining the process. I also talk with them a little bit about any questions that they may have. And also one of the most important things is I also start with the rapport building process too. Oftentimes when families and children come here, as you can probably imagine, there's lots of feelings that they are experiencing. Sometimes it can be things like fear, guilt, shame, things like that. And so it's really, really important for them to be able to feel comfortable and to feel safe, which is why that rapport building process is so significant. Also, while the interview is taking place, then I meet with the family to talk with them a little bit more about our center, our program and services. I also talk with them a little bit about community resources, also talk with them about their rights, and also victim compensation as well.
Mm-hmm.
Also, as part of my role and being close with the families, my involvement with them extends beyond their first initial visit here for a forensic interview. Sometimes they may come back for other services, which may include therapy or medical exams. And so I do follow-ups with them. Sometimes that does take place during those times, or sometimes it may be something that I check in with them afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
But there again, my involvement is pretty extensive. It lasts as long as the family may need.
Awesome. So you're really close. You are the first line of defense for Child Help.
That's correct.
That's great. So could you define what child advocacy is?
So child advocacy is essentially someone who provides support to families, mostly emotional support. Also, we help with providing information on victims' rights, also any community resource linkage that may be needed. And in addition, we also help families with completing any compensation programs or any of the paperwork that may be needed to apply for that.
Sure. Now, is there? Do you have any success stories from any of the children that you've helped? Anything that's nice and positive and uplifting?
As a matter of fact, we actually had a family that came here. It was just before the holidays. They were coming here for an initial forensic interview appointment. But upon their arrival, we learned that unfortunately the family was stricken with illness, and so we needed to reschedule that appointment. But during their time when they were here, we also learned that the mother had recently lost her job, and she had 4 children, and so Child Help was able to help provide some resources for them to help them through the holidays. So we were able to help provide groceries, and we were able to also help provide toys. And in fact, myself and another colleague, we made the delivery to the family.
Awesome. That's always nice. So that actually leads right into what makes working at Child Help so unique or special to you.
Working at Child Help, there's so many things that makes it really special. One of the things that for me that really kind of stands out is being able to be part of the healing process with the families. But also, when a child completes either the forensic interview or if they come here for a medical exam, I do provide support and assistance through that process. And when that's completed, we are able to offer the opportunity for them to select a toy or a stuffed animal, a blanket, that sort of thing. And it really gives, I think, an opportunity for them to have choice, which during their incident of abuse was taken from them. And so seeing their faces light up and being able to be a child and having that moment of being able to choose something that's theirs is such a special and like rewarding thing to get to see.
Yeah, I'd say so. Well, Morgan, that's all the questions that I have for you for today. So I appreciate you talking to me.